Welcome back, Ashley.
Thanks, Miranda. Welcome to the Miranda&Ashley show.
Da-da-da-da. Theme music.
I guess you didn't care, and I guess I liked that.
So, surprise, we are in Haiti. Absolutely, hands down. Hands down. Anyway, my glasses are fogging up too because I'm so hot. This place is hot. Like, freaking hot. Like,
It's always hot.
You don't stop sweating.
You don't
like,
understand.
ever.
You just don't understand.
You sweat going pee.
As soon as you get out of the shower, you're
sweat.
sweating all over again.
I sweat in the shower. Like, I'm not even sure what is water and what is sweat.
It's a problem.
Hotter than Haiti.
Down, oh, I knew you were trouble when you walked in. So shame on me now, blew me to places I've never been. Now I'm lying on the cold hard ground.
So hot. It's worse than Dominican.
So much worse.
And you know, they're on the same island.
Right. So
Just the
now
opposite
we're on the
side.
Haiti side of the Dominican island. It's not really the Dominican island. We're on the Haiti side of the island.
The island.
So how last time we were over here, this time we're here.
I don't have to move your The island doesn't flip. So
Yeah, but
why would your hand
we
flip?
didn't give the full island picture.
Oh, we just gave
the Dominican side. So now we're on the
not-
Haiti
it's
side.
like- We're not rich. We don't have any money.
No. And speaking of money that we don't have, the next fundraising deadline is coming up.
That's right.
So
We both still need money.
we do still need money to stay here. The deadline is October 1st. There really is nothing better in life than relaxing on a super hot day,
Okay, so it's happening.
covered in sweat.
Always hungry.
You're so hungry because you have just been out working your butt off, like building a building or like hugging on children who are like covered in snot and sweat.
We're planting trees.
Or
That's
planting
important.
trees, yes. Or hanging out with pigs, you know, that was a big day.
Yeah,
And so
bacon.
you're so hungry thinking about bacon.
I mean, because
Whatever you go
Mission
back into
home.
home.
that's where we are this
And-
month, by the way.
And you're just so excited to eat dinner. And you look at dinner and what is on the table?
You know,
Peanut butter and jelly. But let me tell you,
There's
there
so
are so many types of peanut butter and jelly. So like coming into this month, peanut butter was like
gold.
a golden nugget. Like
It was
you,
so expensive in the Dominican, but
So
you paid out
expensive.
anyway, right? Because it's peanut butter.
Right.
It doesn't like peanut butter.
so you bought it because you really just wanted that comfort. Here, I mean, there's jars on jars on jars on jars, literally.
Every meal.
So there's the two different types. You have your crunchy and your creamy.
But then you also have the different kinds of jellies and jams that are
Right. Jellies and jams. There's a significant difference I learned this month.
Jelly is so much worse than jam. Jam is just fantastic.
I can't agree with you.
What?
Jam has seeds in it,
Yeah,
and
that's
jelly
the
is like
part.
glorified sugar.
Exactly. That's why would you want to eat glorified sugar
Love it.
with peanut butter? You want to have some fruit, peaches.
Anyway, jelly wins. We can agree to
No.
disagree.
But my favorite peanut butter and jelly was the day that they had cherry preserves. Cherry preserves. It was so good. It was like eating cherries with peanut butter.
That's pretty much exactly what it was.
But it was so good anyway, because, you know, for those of you at home who know me well, I love cherries. They're my absolute favorite fruit. I cannot talk about cherries without thinking about cherries.
Because you're talking about them.
Whatever, you know what I mean? They're so good, and I miss cherry season back at home.
I personally liked it when I ripped the crust off and cut it into circles.
You did that?
It was delicious.
I don't believe this yet.
Well, I ripped it into circles.
Oh, why?
Because I just, sometimes when you eat a sandwich like this,
Yeah.
it's boring. And I didn't ever cut it.
You sure?
So I was just like, well, I'll just rip it. And when I ripped it, my hand just automatically went into this motion.
Yeah,
And so it made like snowflake circles. And so it was like,
Is it really like snowflakes? or just like peanut butter and jelly that you ripped off?
alright. Right. I had an infection in my foot. Basically what happened is, Saturday my foot hurt. And I went to like Chris, who was our medical expert, and he looked at it and he was like, well, I think maybe it's bruised. So I stuck my foot in a gigantic ice bath.
If by stuck, she really means that she set it on top of the water and screamed. There was no like under the water action.
Yes, well, that's true. Well, I wake up Sunday morning and it's like huge, and it's like a gigantic like blood blister, like pus pocket on the ball of my foot. It was
So
disgusting, and there were like red lines coming across it, which usually only comes from like A, infection, or B, poison. And I like didn't think I was poisoned, so it's like, well, this isn't right. So we sent someone on the way to go find Chris, and Chris came back and he re-looked at it and he was like, oh no, this won't do.
He said that?
Yes. So
I wasn't there for that
we
part.
decided we were gonna pop it.
I didn't ever set my eyes upon it because I knew it was going to be gross, but I heard that it looked like, ready, are you ready? I don't think you're ready. It looked like jelly
Strawberry jelly.
coming out of her foot.
It's disgusting.
It's so gross.
Then the next day it was swollen again because the infection was like all in my foot, like in the front and in the bottom and like all over. And so we went back to the clinic and they said, well, we're going to have to make an incision and cut it out. And it hurt a lot. And then I was on crutches for this week and in bed and I didn't really walk. And so now we're on the healing side. On the upside, it is looking a lot better.
So, if I may, actually.
Yes. Yes, you may.
Okay. Where do you think this infection came from?
I do not have any idea, Miranda, but for some reason I feel like you have an idea.
Well, I mean, we did at one point enter a waterfall.
Yes, it was great.
Gorgeous waterfall. We climbed in the waterfall with our feet.
With our feet.
And you had a cut on your,
And
on your
I
foot.
had a cut on my foot.
But we can't really say for sure where this infection came from.
Yes.
There's really
There's really nothing at all that points to one certain thing, really. We've got a lot of bed bugs. So we've got a lot of bed bug bites.
I mean,
everywhere.
all over my hands. They're so itchy.
I don't
then-
have any.
Bed bugs are not fun.
They
Some people
don't
though, like,
live in my bed.
you've had like 3 beds. How have you gotten no bed bugs in the home?
I don't know, maybe it's because Jesus felt bad for me.
Because you already had the
Because
infection.
I already had the infection in my foot, and he was like, bed bugs, stay away!
Me to places I've never been.